Hello, hello, welcome back to Creaky Chair. Let's play Final Fantasy XIV. So let's go ahead and finish up the 6.1 minute storyline. We got a few more cutscenes to go through, but afterwards we'll just have side content to do, which will be a lot of gameplay action with a little bit of side stories going on. I done lost my mind. Yeah, me too, buddy, me too. I got his Clyde's thing. Oh yeah, the Raban quote from Final Fantasy XI. Make him a new triplet yet? Yeah, basic bitch one. Okay. Yeah, they added that to the game, and people have mostly been doing suggestive poses. Some have done some really cool artistic ones, though. Alright, cat girl baby. Lay it on us.
Right, here we all are.
You discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the Void Gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics.
Astinian wields a spear. He'd prefer you get to the point.
From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them.
It's like... there's no exact explanation for how the source and the shards are separated. We know they're separated dimensionally. Like they don't exist in the same spatial plane. Not even in the same space-time plane. So like, there's all sorts of questions about how that fucking works. That's for sure.
Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first.
Yeah, I fell through space. Saw a bunch of memory crystals. Same thing happened when I got drawn back in time.
You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world. The magics tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness. In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway.
Sounds convenient for the scriptwriter.
Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first.
She didn't have the echo behind her voice at all during the not being in the location. Now that we're snapbacking to looking at people, her voice has the echo again.
The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Was it really an unimaginable distance? I don't know if distance really played into it. It's more like falling into a wormhole.
Then what of the many void sent found in the source? Who guides them here, and how?
An excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power. To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate. The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner. Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the first. And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th. Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Wait. You said that Voidsent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
When the hordes poured forth from Alag's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse. Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
And how do you intend to get your answers?
No. The danger is too great.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
Y'shtola just like, buddy, I got plot armor 82 miles thick. And that's after, like, the last 5,000 miles of it got crunched up in the last, like, 5 main story entries.
Were you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
Dude, we saved the world from,
I assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death. But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th, and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
Normally, that's the part where I say, I wonder what the line would sound like if you hadn't done that raid series. But they made that raid series mandatory, so I didn't have to worry about that.
Since when were you one for the quiet life? Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands. That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single Voidsent will be allowed to threaten Radzat-Han, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
You have a plan?
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daymir was overseeing the project.
Daymir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a Voidsent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made Voidsent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
Hey, the Elegant Empire made those. You remember the Naga, or not Nagas, in the, in Aziz's Law.
A man-made Voidsent.
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daymir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
He'd just be a complete fucking idiot. But I'm pretty sure Clyde wouldn't be quite that dumb.
Yes, it may very well hold a copy. In which case, I say we head directly to Charlene.
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high shelves. I see myself being of little use. Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Khalzal Foundation.
Yeah, he just called your Stola short. 'Cause she is.
Let us be on our way as well.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
Charlene's Aetherite Plaza, huh? Okay. Yawn. Uh-oh, we got a cat girl following us around. And there's a place to get extra dialogue with her even. gonna be interesting to see how they retcon some of what they've made about the Void Scent over the years. If you've been playing or paying attention to the Let's Play, and you might remember that the Void and the Void Scent pop up almost around every single corner, all throughout the Red Mage quest line, and the Black Mage, Thaumaturge quest lines, the Void Arc, Sky Pirates 24-man raid series, you know, Amdapor Keep hard mode, Lost City of Amdapor. It's like Zamile Darkhold or whatever. Just like so many places that it pops up. Should. That's kind of cool. I guess they gave you the option to be like, I don't give a shit about your life, Kangaroo. Hey, girly rope man, let us into your nerdy forbidden library. We're trying to unleash some horrible shit. We're gonna cause the world's next problem. For our bungling adventures. Look, our cat girl, she really needs to get her Manther dick, okay? She's gotta figure these portals out. So I can get Hrothgar D. Monteshiny, or however you say your French ass name. An audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. Man, I'm tired tonight for some reason. Do I get to deck him in the schnoz this time? We're never gonna get to deck Force and Alt in the schnoz. Though he desperately needs it. Ishtola, jump with me. Come on, jump. Jump, damn it. You were jumping over the desks, you jerk. I guess they don't path into a jump unless they have to. Bellas and cutie patooties. Gonna look epic, like I'm heading off to battle, even though we're in a peaceful town of pacifists who run away at the first sign of someone else getting their ass whooped. Better steer clear of all that fighting that's not actually impacting me directly. And never did. You look at it in hindsight, it's fucking hilarious. They fled away from Idleshire and completely abandoned their colony due to the Garleans. You know, because they perceived that, you know, they couldn't get the Garleans to agree to peace. They perceived that the city-states would just get fucking steamrolled. And it turns out the Empire never made it as far as Ishgard, like, or at least as far as Javania. I mean, I guess they technically, before the Calamity, they had a castrum up in Corythus, but it got frozen solid after the Calamity. So like, yeah. But yeah, so like, they abandoned their colony, and it now has proven to be a fruitless abandonment. Damn right you'll inform him he has guests. Hey yo, I'm here to fuck your wife? Get out of my way, nerd. What I just said, that sentence, is very funny, even though he's actually talking about us asking for the forbidden section of the library. She's talking about Virtra instead of saying that she wants her Catman dick. Man, this chair is creaky. But isn't the sun setting right now? I guess the sunlight. No, okay, it's just rising. It is actually morning in the game time. Assuming the sun rises in the east in Eorzea. I assume that it does. They copy a lot out of real life, you know, just to make things easy. Ah, she almost started to jump there. What if I jump over this rock? Did she do it? Did she jump? Did she jump? No. Dadgummit. I'm gonna get you to jump again, Y'shtola. Ah! That box looks important, but it's just a side quest. It's kind of an annoying side quest too. It's one of them ones where like you just gotta pick up on the clues or whatever and go around. And some people do it faithfully, and then others get frustrated and look it up on the internet. I did it like half and half. Like some of the clues were super obvious to me, but then one of them wasn't obvious, so I looked the non-obvious one up. And thought to myself, man, how didn't I think of that? And had a small tinge of sadness that I no longer have a mind for solving quests. Aw. Only 5 years, man. How old are you? Like, is your back giving out? You look like you're standing up straight. You can't be as old as Isildur. Your hair's not completely white. Still got a light purple tinge to it. Oh, she's accompanying us again. Oh no, there's extra dialogue with her again. It's kind of hard to tell, but if you pause the frame while her feet rise, the soles of her boots have a unique pattern on them. They're like gold with like a black X or something. You mean the library doesn't have all the answers to all of life's questions and mysteries? Yep, take us in. The use of naked flames is discouraged. Well, I don't think we need flames to read in a well-lit book place. Damn it, there's like a moth in here. I suppose at least it's not a roach.
If House Damir's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
Well, what if I don't want to begin? What if I just want to bend you over one of these bookcases or this tiny table in the center of the room and remind you you don't need a Hrothgar to get the D? Today in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren. Eyes blazing not with hunger, but trembling like a candle's flame, threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential, insignificant even. All that matters is the love I feel for this exquisite, transcendent being. Though you are tempted to read more, this does not seem to be the volume you are seeking. Uh-oh, Clyde likes smut, because that was definitely going to take a turn for the smut. Let's see, we got a weighty tome or a leather-bound log. Let's go with the leather-bound log. I don't remember which book is which, or if it's going to let me read it all. Oh, damn it. This was the right one. The following pages detail an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as devised by Nuhashan, the 9th patriarch of House Daimir. We present these research notes to the faculty of Charlian Studium as both a token of our friendship and an expression of our boundless admiration. Oh, but I wanted to... Oh. Wait, I wonder if I can land on top of these, Gotta try, right? They're not gonna let us come back in here. Oh, can do it, Clyde. Oh, maybe I can't run far enough. Maybe I gotta get on the ledge. Okay, let's try this. Yeah. Oh snap. Oh yeah. Forbidden Archives jumping puzzle. Hell yeah. Cha. Oh, heh. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, I sure did, but I wanted to read the other book actually. I really thought Weighty Tome was gonna be the one to read for that. Got
Yes,
cool.
the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about.
Oh, Atomos.
Among the ranks of the Voidsent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard.
Yeah, they're using the same model of Atomos that was used in Final Fantasy XI for the Wings of the Goddess and the Abyssia expansions.
From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant host in its battles against these abominations.
They also used this same model of Atomos in 1.0. During 1.0, right around the time of the Calamity, apparently a bunch of void gates and Atomoses were opening up everywhere and just shitting out void nearly endlessly. And it was like a special event combat you could get into. And man, this chair is creaky.
Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings revealed that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate. Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos. How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon Voidsent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales.
This must be a treat for 1.0 veterans.
And still, House Damia went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for.
Can I go back and read the book I missed?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves? Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
Come on, let me read the book that I missed. Damn it! My LP suffers. I actually care about this. No! And then my chair creaks as I lean back in it. How dare you, chair? Eorzea what? In the what? Did it say added to... oh yeah, we got like this whole big thing. Like some text popped up during that screen flash that said something, Eorzea something or other. Oh yeah, okay. Eorzea has been added to the unending codex. I guess if you want to see what was in the weighty tome, you'll have to go look at someone else's channel. I'm sure someone has it out there. Oh, I just need to be teleporting, huh? Alright, Elephant Woman. Discount Baybar. We sure do. Make us an artificial Atomos, you giant elephant bitch. Uh-oh, is Y'shtola gonna get into a lesbian relationship with an elephant? Nah, probably not. She wants that cat daddy dick too much. Oh, the Phantom Maya, eh? Where that baby almost died, huh? And where his mom got his neck snapped? Her neck snapped? Yeah, okay, we can go there. Cool beans. Cool beans. Except I can't fly. So we're gonna have to take the long way. Okay, Palikistan is the closest one. It's not that far from it, but I'm gonna have to come up with stuff to talk about while I ride there since I was too lazy and didn't unlock flying yet again. Also, this mount seems kind of inappropriate at this point. It was appropriate in Ultima Thule because you know, not being a living thing and all. But now it is no longer appropriate because we are in the lush jungle of almost no undergrowth. Astrally dense pocket. How do I know that? Well, the scriptwriter said so. At least we can teleport back. No, Estinian's back. Yeehaw! What, were you not merchant enough? Oh, okay, you got the boy to the orphanage. That's cool. No, wait, what? Oh, give me the frickin' quick arm materia, I guess. Void theory, huh? Ever the gracious host. Speak with the veteran Radiant. Yeah, we could teleport to Yedley Mod, and it might be slightly shorter, but I think it'll be about the same distance if we just go ahead and hoof it from here. I like the purple mountains, the giant skull rock that's all throughout here. What do you suppose this bump is on the T-Rex's tail or whatever? It's weird. You don't suppose that that's its cloaca, do you? Or maybe it's hemipenis? Some reptiles have hemipenises, like snakes. Yep, go to the Weaver's Warding. Let's do this shit. So Estinian destroyed what little constructs they had replaced so far.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty. It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
What is it you're doing now?
There's something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Graha theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
I mean, I've got the Echo and the Blessing of Light.
And how would you do that? The gate is still too small for any of us to pass through.
Estinian is correct, which is why I've elected to send a familiar in our stead. Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow.
I mean, Clyde has the echo. He could technically, if he would just master it like Xenos did, he could send his soul out of his body and through the fissure. It would be kind of trippy, but he could.
Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same. I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
Maybe that water one that we had to fight in... man, what was that? What was it? Matoya's Relict or whatever? I've already forgotten that dungeon, even though it had the Final Fantasy I references at the end of it.
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born. Water, water, froth and foam!
Really? Man, there's some people who probably got off on that scene, but all I can think is, really?
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
This is why it's a good thing to have Estinian along.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
Water, water, froth and foam! Time to play!
Yep, it's two of the second boss from Matoya's Relict.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate. I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual.
Oh, just admit that you're in your 30s already, and that your younger self was more carefree, and you've since become uptight.
In any case, these two should serve as well.
Oh, there's the Matoya's Relict music kicking in.
This one will bear a warding scale.
The scale's almost as big as it.
And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Ah, yes, of course.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
It's just gonna be imps.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know.
Oh, so there was a way I could have just gone myself, huh? You punk bitch.
Let us begin, shall we? Nixies, into the void.
Water, water, froth and foam! Into shattered realms we go!
Man, Virtue's a bit of a downer. I struggle to picture Y'shtola as a little girl. Easier to believe she sprang fully formed from one of Master Matoya's cauldrons.
I think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side. Thank you, little one. You did well.
Oh, the poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
We're out of time. I must reseal the Void Gate.
They're coming through!
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
I think those hands around the imps were actually Ahriman hands.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
That would have made Hermes so mad. She made some familiars just to kill one of them. Ooh, and then she dispersed both of them. Ooh, ooh. She's
Graha's theory was correct then.
guilty of what the ancients are guilty of. Ooh.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives.
Or, you know, go there themselves.
The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Unakalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus.
Huh, I wonder how this dialogue is different if you didn't do those side quests.
The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. It was Elidibus, as I recall, who rescued Unakalhai's spirit from his final battlefield. But I wonder if there were others whom the emissary saved from oblivion.
Silva, the hot-ass barmaid.
The server, Ciela, wasn't it? And you say she was another of Elidibus's pawns?
Yeah, she was the Shadow Keeper.
I see. So Ciela, or rather Silva, was beguiled by the same dreams of heroism as Unakalhai. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition?
Yeah, a bunch of Parthenon-like structures, Greco-Roman architecture on floating islands, black sun that was the cloud of darkness, void sense, dragons.
I can picture it now. The sunless Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage.
Hey, Virtra, did I mention when I went into the world of darkness, I killed a 5-headed dragon? Your sister didn't happen to have 5 heads, did she?
A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way. But first, I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could, if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. None of that.
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
We will see you back in the city then.
Bum bum bum. Estinian's all like, what's on your mind, little dragon monkey? A satrap's duty. Hmm. Oh, it moved us right to Ralger's Reach. How about that? That's crazy. That's crazy. How convenient. Save me some teleport money. I'm sorry, Sid can't come to the phone right now. He is being horsewhipped by Jesse. Oh, never mind, there he is. Heading into the void to find a lost dragon. That sounds almost pedestrian compared to your last adventure. Honestly, I don't know if you could say anything that would surprise me after meeting you on that bloody mess. I sure did. It seems some manner of corrosion has set in around a scratch on its surface, much as the void's corruption seeped into Nero through his wounds. In which case, our best bet may be to simply prevent the scale from being damaged in the first place. We have a coating agent for strengthening trinkets and the like, but I'd beware of applying any compound which might upset the scale's delicate alchemical balance. Far safer to dress it in armor. We'll construct a protective casing, one utilizing metal alloys with high ethereal conductivity, so as not to impede the talisman's primary function. Nero has compiled data on the 13th, so I'll have him pitch in with the design just to be sure. I assume she's not going to have made very much headway. I don't remember how long this goes on for either. I think we might get another meanwhile scene at some point, maybe. Perhaps.
Hey, Stola! The adjustments are going well, I hope?
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records. What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Al-Zadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components, and I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial atomos. I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
Well, if you had done the alchemy crafting quest, Y'shtola, you would know and also be mildly disappointed that we aren't running into alchemists that are transmuting their souls into other bodies. Into clone
The
bodies.
alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless, heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm. It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Serve with what? You're not alchemists.
Navdeen, what is this about?
Celestinian told us of your predicament. For centuries you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire?
Is that the same voice actor as Asahi, but, you know, different, making his voice slightly different?
We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet,
Now you listen to me, Varshan. You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
I've got friends on the other side.
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again too.
Gotta echo his own lines back at him. Clyde's a repetition machine.
take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you. And here I stand, failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radzatan. My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavne for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties.
She's kind of hard to see, but in the back there's a red-headed Highlander woman, and she is looking like a snack.
While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I would not dare make you cry.
Built before I know it, huh? Thundering sigh. Just the four of us. Sounds convenient for the scriptwriter, honestly. What is this, fucking Minecraft with another? Yeah, pretty much. I think there'll be less lava, but eh. Alright, Mega Dude. Wait, is it a hot cat girl? Hello, whoa. Oh, it's a good looking cat girl. She's a keeper of the moon. Talking to her lesbian lover who's not as cute as a cat girl in my opinion. But I have pretty high standards for cat girls, honestly. They're way too common. Twinga Twinga? Meanwhile scene? Meanwhile scene? Meanwhile, in the 13th. You know, if this had a blood red sky, I might say it was like the Walk of Echoes from Final Fantasy XI. God, I need to get back to that Let's Play. I would enjoy that far more. If I have any right to. Xenosis Avatar, huh?
And thus I am returned. To this world, bereft of saviors.
That paths unwalked, adventures spur, pulses quicken, spirits stir. Alright, so that along with my creaky chair is all of the 6.1 storyline for the main story. We now only have Dungeon, the 8-man raid, and the 24-man raid, which you have yet to unlock, but we're at an hour 20 again, and I feel like I should stop. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, and have a great day.